Good morning. Welcome back to the Scrap Your Stash. This is a continuation of the birthday card that I'm doing for my grandfather. And if you missed the first one, go back and watch it because we made the foundation for this card, which is the triple cube pop-up card. So it's going to sit somewhat like that. So you can see that there's a cube there. And there's a cube there. It looks like there's 4 cubes. This is just a really long so like a cylinder cube. Okay, so that's what that is going to be like. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and tape some of this down so that we can get it out of our way, and it's already on the card. So here's what we stamped on Wednesday. Okay, I'm going to fold this, so when I send it I'm going to fold it up like this, but for right now I'm going to fold it down so that I can play with these squares, or these squares here really easily, and up here really easily, because that's where all my decorations are going. Okay, and I have my Tombow, and I'm just going to do basically from here down, from these little fence posts down, the cross beams on the posts. Okay. Now these I do want to be stuck behind, so I should do this really quickly. So I may have to peel them up. Okay, so there's this one. Next one is the other side. Let's do the other side to mirror it. Not exactly mirrored, but give it some balance. I'm just going to flip it over and wipe this glue away so that I don't have any other random glue sticking to my my Versamat. And I'm just going to reinforce that glue on the back side. It's easier to do it from the back. Okay, so there's that. So that's how that's going to be. I'm going to go ahead and stick that 100 in here, and it's going to sit right here. So I'm just going to use a little 3D foam tape. I'm going to use the thin one. Get my scissors. And I'm just going to put it down the middle here. I just kind of bent it to conform to both sides. That's all I did. So it's right there. And now my 100 can sit there. Okay. And I'm just going to press firmly on it when it's closed. So now when it, may have to bend it open a little bit, a couple of times. But now when it opens, you see the 100 inside. Okay, so it'll sit like this, and then when you look at it from the front, you'll see 100. Okay, I still want to put these flowers right in the front of the garden gate. Now my grandfather was a gardener, So I think it's pretty appropriate to have flowers. He still has really pretty flowers. I think he gets flowers for Father's Day every year from my aunt. So he always has really pretty gardens out front. Yeah. So there's that. Okay, so when, whoops, you have to bend this just a little bit so that it will conform. Okay. I think I'm going to let that dry for a little while. Okay, I'm going to move that, and we're going to go back to stamping. So we're going to finish stamping some flowers. I thought we were done with flowers, but I really kind of want some flowers on this panel because this one is going to have, actually let's go ahead and do this panel. Let's go ahead and just tape that on. I'm sending a garden of birthday wishes. Okay, there's that. So now I want to do a layered effect of flowers. So let's go ahead and stamp some flowers. I have my compilation of colors here that go along with this paper pack. You kind of need a lot of them just to have fun with the flowers, I think. But I'm going to just use this one by one block. The first one is this tall guy. Okay. I'm just going to set my chamois to the side so I can wipe it. The next one is the circle. And I don't want paprika again, so that was paprika. Let's use raspberry. And I'm going to set Glacier aside because that's what we're going to use for the bottom. Let's do some sangria. And then maybe we'll go back to paprika. I don't know yet. So sangria, this is the really fun like dandelion type of flower. And I think I am going to go back to paprika. Could have also done a second generation stamp on that. And this is this one, I believe. Yeah. And it doesn't really matter, it's pretty circular. If you really want to figure out which way it goes, then you can, but doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, we're going to do the little green ones, so I'm going to switch this for Glacier. Now the other way you could do this is watercolor, of course. You can always do watercolor. Okay, and these are all in order at the bottom of the stamp set, so I'm just going to go in order. I made it really easy that way. Or maybe this time I'll do some striping on these leaves. I don't think you really can notice it, but that's okay. You would if I used like New England ivy or evergreen, clover, one of the darker ones, you would notice that. last one on this one. Now I'm going to keep Glacier out because I'm going to do this one. And I didn't do this one on Wednesday, so I'm going to pull my diagram, which I showed you guys last time. I'm going to just pull that out so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so they have it like this. They have this piece, which is all one leaf piece, so I need my like 2x block. Yep, fits on the 2x just nicely. And you're going to turn it just catty corner that way. I'm going to switch back to my 1x block for right now. I'll pull in my 2x again. But let's do raspberry and paprika. And I think I'm going to do first and second generation, so I do need a scrap piece of paper, which I believe I have somewhere. Just do it on, I know I have one. Okay, so just do it on this. So we're going to do, let's do paprika. For this big one, and we'll do the little one. Okay, so there's the big one. We'll do the little circular one in second generation. Goes right there. Oh, I got a little smudge. I think the other flower will cover that up though. So I'll do this one next. I'm going to do the other two in raspberry. First and second generation. I'm going to lay this on top of here because this one does make a difference. And then I'll pick it up. Oh, that's really close. There it is. Okay, pick it up with my 2x block. We'll do first generation here. Cover up my boo-boo. There, can't even tell I smudged. Perfect. Then we'll do this one in second generation, and this is the smaller of the two looking ones. There we go. Same colors, different variations, different generations. Okay, so now we have that. And these are going to go somewhat like this on the card. So let's pull these guys in. Now I like that the card has polka dots, so I probably will use the polka dot balloons more so. I might do 2 polka dots and 2 of the ones with the glare. So let's go ahead and do second generation on the balloons. So I'm going to need my 2x block. I've used these quite a bit, so don't really need to season so much. But I think I'm going to use the blue balloons. let's make them blue. So let's use Bluebell and Sapphire. Now I could do Bluebell as the base because it's lighter, Sapphire, or even Glacier as a base. And Sapphire, I might choose some linen balloons actually. That might be really pretty. Could also do Toffee. So there's lots of coordinated colors with this set. But let's go ahead and we'll do a second generation balloon. Blue balloon. So maybe we'll balance it out and do 2 of these and maybe 2 linens with polka dots. So let's do 1 more of these. Okay, so I have 2 Sapphire second gens. I'm going to go ahead and put Sapphire aside, and I'm going to pull in linen. Maybe we'll do linen and Bluebell polka dots. So we'll do first generation linen, because linen is not very bright, but one of my favorite inks to use. Just because it isn't bright, but you can add so much with it. It's quite versatile. Okay. So there's those. That was easy and fast. Let's pull Sapphire back in. We'll do first generation Sapphire. Make sure it's pretty well inked. Line it up. Best thing about acrylic blocks, right? Gives it a nice little glare. And maybe we'll do the stripes as well. So we'll give it a little bit of variation. Again in Sapphire. I think I have it upside down. Maybe not. I don't think it really matters, to be honest. That looks pretty good. Okay, bring these in. I'll bring Bluebell in. Bring some life to this card. Brought some life in with the flowers, bringing some party in with the balloons. This will be a good time. I think we'll do all polka dot on these ones. We'll do first generation. And I don't know if you can see this, but I love how they made it wrap make it look like it's wrapping around the balloon with some of these dots, like this one here. How it looks like it's coming around. Just makes it look so 3D. Love this. I love this stamp set. Perfect for a lot of things. Okay, so there's my linen and bluebells. Maybe we'll do toffee strings. Okay, so I have 4 strings, 2 straights, and 2 curlies. I'm going to line them up the same though, and space them out a little bit. I'm going to use my 2 by 3.5 block. And with this one, I'm going to lay the strand down so that it will get its normal shape. Likes my fingers though. If you try to put it on the block, it will bend a little bit, is my experience. So I'm going to pick it up with the block. Okay. Now it's not symmetrical, so make sure you have it up and down the correct way. There's those ones. I think it takes longer for it to be on the block than it does in the to stamp it. Okay. Again, put it down. I'm just going to pick it up with the block. Now these I've used a lot, so it's not hard for me to, I don't have to season these ones. That's what I'm getting at, I guess. Now an easy way of attaching all this is, because I'm not going to put it on a solid background, it's going to be floating in the air, are glue dots. So I have some glue dots. So let's put this stamp back, grab my glue dots, and we'll start getting all of this onto the card, finishing it up. Okay, so I'm just going to put a small glue dot on the back of each one of these. These are the 3/16 glue dots. There's that one. Since I did curly on this sapphire, I'm going to do straight on the next. Now I have curly and straight on the 2 bluebells. Okay, so now I have my cute little balloons ready to go. Now I'm going to stick the tails inside. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue dots along the back side of this flower. So I'm going to fold everything up so I can put my glue dots down. I'm just going to take my scissors and just shove that little glue dot in there so that I don't have any coming out. Okay, I can always use my anti-static pouch to take the stick away. I can also take my eraser to it, which I'm going to have to do something because there's definitely some glue right there. Okay, so let's put this one over on this side, or maybe we do opposite. I want that one higher, so let's do this one. So I'm just going to attach the glue dot there. And honestly, you know what, maybe I'll just use my runner. My very terrible runner that I have not replaced yet. The other thing you can do is, which I do a lot, is I take cornstarch or talcum powder, any white powder really. We'll take away that stick, so no more stick there. And no more stick there. Okay, so now I know it's not going to stick on my cards or on my envelope when I ship it. Let's put this over so I don't keep getting my Versamat really dirty. Okay. Let's do this one over here. I kind of like it like that, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of adhesive runner there if I can. Slip this in. Do the same with over here. Let's put it up higher, maybe. Should sandwich it like that, huh? It look funny with the string though. But I do want to make sure it's going to fit my card base or my envelope. And it may not, so I may have to just choose a different envelope anyway. Right, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4.5. Actually, it's 5 once you get outside the balloon, so I think I'm going to have to choose a different base anyway, so that's okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some tape down there and a glue dot up above. So let's line it up with the glue dot. There's that. So it looks like now this fence is coming to life. There's the 100. Okay, so that's how it's going to open up. Looks like a party going on. Okay, and we're almost done. So I'm going to use this one right here. And get it on there. I'm going to use 3D foam tape on the bottom one. Let's use the other one. Okay, almost done, guys. Thanks for bearing with me. This has been fun making this card. I have a very large passion for fun folds, and I plan on doing more fun folds for you guys in the future. Let me know if you guys like these fun folds. Thumbs up is always appreciated, or a heart. And of course, always a comment is always adored as well. So, here's the last piece on my card. Make it stand up. Now I do have some glue right here. It's stick runner, so it's easy to mush around. So there is my fancy dancy birthday card for my grandfather. I think it just came to life today. Really like it. So let me know what you guys think, and we'll see you next week. Bye.